Hello, my name is David with Winning Solutions. We hope this video will be all the help you need. Are you trying to create an Access database, but find that it is too much work, or you could be doing something more productive with your time? WSI can do all the hard work for you. Just contact us via the information below this video. We will work with you to determine how much time and money will be needed to build your new database. If you'd prefer to have your database built with .NET, Microsoft SQL Server, so you can run it on your Windows desktop or anywhere in a web browser, we could do that too. We're going to do a brief tutorial today on importing data. Now, when you have an Access database, most often when we build new databases, the data already exists in some format or another. I mean, sometimes it's in an existing Access database, sometimes it's in an Excel spreadsheet, or other format, and that's what we're going to cover here. If we have data that's in an Excel spreadsheet and we're going to build an application around it, well, how do we get that data in? So I'm starting out with a blank database here, nothing in it. In fact, I'm going to close this table 1. We don't need that. What we're going to do is we have an Excel spreadsheet that we're going to use. So I'm going to go in and from File, Excel, and I need to search. Okay, so we're given two options here. We're gonna do import. So let's go to Browse for our database, for our Excel spreadsheet, and here it is. We've put this together in advance, so we're just gonna double click on this now. I have to click OK. So now we're gonna get a little bit of, now I tried deliberately to put a mix of numbers, text, money, and dates in these things. Now you might see a small error in the birthdays. That's deliberate. We'll see that in a moment. I'm going to say first person contains column headings because I did type, I'll just show you the initial spreadsheet. So this is the original spreadsheet. So you see I typed the column headers in the first row. I just put a 0 here, that's why it's showing a dash. Okay, so let's close that. Okay, anyway, so we're going to go to next, and we're going to get make some choices here in terms of do we import a column or not, and what data type. And it usually, Access usually picks the right type by default, although, you know, this is going to be a number, this is going to be text. It recognized this as currency because I had it as currency in Excel. Now, I had this as a date type in Excel. This, well, Excel doesn't really have data types, but, you know, I had it formatted. I had it as date type in the column. But it says short text. I don't know. Let's switch it to date with time. Because that's what it is. It's a date, right? Or is it? Let's see. Okay, so a primary key, and we've done some other videos on this, a primary key is a column or set of columns that will uniquely identify a row in the table. That's what a primary key is by definition. Now, we already have a primary key in this table. That's why I put an ID number. So we don't need to, if I didn't put this in here, if I didn't include this ID column, there would really be nothing here that would identify a row. I mean, I guess you could by person, but you know, you could always end up with two people with the same first and last names. That's not advisable. But anyway, I did include an ID, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna choose my own primary key, and it goes to the ID field. Okay, that's it. We're gonna go to next, and let's just import what's the name of our table. We'll just okay. So now you see something here. Importing data, whether it's Excel to Access, Access to SQL Server, it very rarely goes as planned. And I did make a deliberate error in that data. You notice the 2002 date had 20002, which I mean, I guess technically is a date. I mean, the year 2002 is, I guess it's legitimate. But anyway, you know, Access looks and say, wait, that's not a date. So we get this message here. Not all of your data was successfully imported. Error descriptions with associated row numbers of bad records can be found in the table. Okay, so it's going to give us this extra table. So we put it into people, but we got this extra sheet here. And so here's the people table. And you can see, I think it was this guy. Oh, we didn't put in... I put in 17 whatever for George Washington's birthday. Probably didn't recognize that either. Wait a second. Let's open... There's a few here it didn't... I think that first one was on purpose, yeah. Oh, no. Will Williamson was on purpose. That was 2002. What's wrong with Bilbo? Oh, 1890. Okay, yeah, 1890. See, 1890 is a valid date, but the way that dates work, at least in Excel, if I... oh, this is not read-only anymore. If I made this a number, change this to number, you notice... See, obviously these didn't convert to numbers. Now, why did this... let's pick something. Why did 4/15/1989 become 32,613? Well, because it's number of days after January 1st, 1900, and so 1890 is not going to count as a legitimate date. We could probably fix that after the fact. I forgot what the original date was. Yeah, so it'll take that after the fact. It's not a... Oh, wait, let me just make sure that's imported as a date type. I believe it did. Yeah, it did. Okay, so we are dealing with dates. This is a date, and once I entered 1890, it took it. I can do the same thing with George Washington, and I don't remember the exact day. I think it was right here. Oh, oops. Oops. I don't have my numlock on. That's right. Okay. All right, so... These are valid dates. You can certainly put... I don't think it would take this one. This one, 3/15/200. Let me just try. Let's see what happens. Why not? Experiment. You got to experiment with these things. That's how you learn things. You just experiment with it. Okay. See that now we're getting some resistance. No, I'm not going to convert to text data type. So I'll just press escape a couple times. If we open this table here, now you can see. Birthday in rows 2, 5, and 8, and that's what it was. I believe. Yeah. No. Oh, maybe if we sort this by ID again, or this. Yeah. See, that's the problem. As soon as you sort it, this is row 2, 5, 8 as it was inserted. If we go back to the row 2, or maybe considers this row 2. Okay, I see. Row 2 of the Excel spreadsheet. Row 5. Yeah, that sounds right. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So those are the three. So that's, I mean, it'll tell you, but sometimes it can be a little confusing because, like I said, once you start doing, I guess that's considered row 2. Once you start doing sorts, that's not going to make sense anymore. So that's why, it can be really annoying because... if you have 1,000 records, it's not always easy to identify which one is the problem, especially when the errors are very subtle. But in any event, no, I don't want to save changes. And so we'll put in a new birthday for him. Let's put in the correct one. What was it again? 3/15/2002 is what we meant, I assume. We did it again. Yeah, see, now it's fine. So this is how, these are the kind of the basic ins and outs of importing data. Obviously, it can get a lot more complex than this, but this is one of the things we do here. I mean, data is important, and, the tools are very easy to use, but you got to be really careful when using them because you got to know, all right, this is a date type, and it's not importing. Maybe there's something wrong, so you gotta watch these things. And dates are particularly notorious. If I made this 202, see, it still takes it. I guess it assumes a year 200. See, Access is very flexible once you put the date in. But if I put this in Excel like this, Excel would put this as a negative number, and then Access won't accept that negative number, and so it gives an error. But Access doesn't find any problem with the year 202. Now, if I tried to import this into SQL Server, then it would give me an error. And so these are little subtleties that you got to be aware of. But I hope this was useful, and just a very quick demonstration. And of course, this can get very complicated when you're dealing with thousands of records. I mean, I did a very basic example just for illustrative purposes, but like I said, you got to be, Access is a wonderful tool. Excel's a wonderful tool. Just we got to understand how things go together and what the consequences are of entering data in certain ways. Thank you for watching. We hope this video was all the help you needed for your Access database. If you are struggling to create an Access database that does what you need it to do, and just want someone to make that happen for you, that is the business we are in. Our contact information is below the video. You can reach out to us, and we will work with you to determine how long it will take and how much it will cost to get your database up and going. If the time and cost are acceptable to you, WSI will get to work and make your database vision a reality. Perhaps Microsoft.NET or MS SQL Server would be the better choices for your new database, so it can run on your Windows desktop or anywhere in a web browser. WSI will help you make this determination if you like. Again, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day.